Good Friday morning, everybody, and welcome to our morning class today. Today you're going to have 4 assignments. You're going to have 1 science, 1 math, 1 language arts, and 1 social studies. So let's not waste any time here with this first video, part 1 video. Part 2 will be just behind this video. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is you guys are going to need to work on your genre exam. So let's go ahead and open up genre exam. That'll be in language arts. So if we go here to virtual reading, go to reading class, and we go into modules, and then we scroll down till we find the genre exam. It is the one that is due, I'm checking the date, is the 22nd, January 22nd. If I look down here, you will see January 22nd called genre exam. You guys can't see these ones right here. I have not published them. Those aren't for you. Those are more for me. So the one that says genre exam, let's go ahead and open up genre exam. Genre exam is pretty straightforward, right? You can see that it is a quiz. It's 10 points. And I'll give you a little bit of a preview exactly what a genre exam is. Here are your questions. You can see there's no answers here, so even when I make the quiz and tests and exams that I have to go through and put in the correct answers. But you can see here it talks about different types of novels. What would magic belong to? I believe we worked on that on Wednesday. Stories focus on characters. Which one does that go to? Character needs to figure out. I mean, something we talked about on Wednesday. So a Sherlock Holmes book, would that be a mystery, a fantasy, a science fiction, or Western? I'm not reading all this. I'm reading a few of them. If you were to write a story that includes aliens as a character, which one would that go into? Western, science fiction, fantasy, and mystery. So if you want help on this, obviously you can always reach out to me, but even a better resource is if you hit the back button here, it'll take you, one more time, it'll take you right back to the modules here. What I would look for as I'm doing this is right here. So I would say right here, what is genre? I would open up this link. And revising your narrative, I would even look at that one a little bit as well. But you're probably going to find most of this right here. What is genre? And this is where you're going to find most information. If you follow that along, you're going to knock that one out of the park. I trust that you're going to do great on that. So, and then we look at our next assignment this morning is the position, motion, and force, which is science. So we need to go to our science course. If I click over here and I go to science, it's a quick way of looking at that. You know what? While I have you guys here, another quick way to look and see what's due is if you go to calendar. See right here where it says calendar? And you click calendar, it's going to show you everything that is due. There it goes. So it shows you everything that's due. It's even neatly color-coded for you. You have green, you got purple, you got like this, I don't know, bluish, and you got this other color. Really, these colors are so similar. Maybe I can change one's color. Let's change it to red. Let's hit apply. I moved this picture out of the way. And if I hit apply, you can see the colors change almost instantly. Let's keep that. We want to keep that on there. So all those pop up. You can see that what's crossed out means they're done. Now that's just for me. It'll look different for every student that is on here. So anyway, let's go back to our science course, and I click science. And I go through here, and I will find the one that's due January 22nd, and it is right here, position, motion, and force. Here we go. So introduction to position, motion, and force. How are they all related? Do you play soccer? Do you ride roller coasters or other thrill rides at amusement parks? Soccer or any sport, really, and the thrill rides are excellent ways to study force and motion. We're going to watch this video, and it's going to teach us a little bit more about position, force, and motion. Let me go ahead and get out of these and disconnect, and here we go. Nice dive. Good kick. Yeah, cycling. Nice. Look at this guy. He's on the drops. They're ripping side by side. Good work, fellas. Skiing. Nice. No way I can do that. That's a cool picture, though. Cool video. Wakeboarding. I did that once. I wonder if you guys ever done that. If you have, we'll talk about it on Monday. It's fun. Definitely play baseball.
We all know that sports are full of motion. But what exactly is motion? How do you measure movement? Motion is a change in position. Therefore, in order to measure motion, one must know the position of the object in question. The position of an object is its place or location. Let's take the example of a soccer ball being kicked toward a goal. The motion of the ball is the change in position from when the player attempting the goal applies force to the ball to when the ball hits the goal. You might be asking, what is force? Force is a push or pull exerted on an object. In this example with the soccer ball, the force on the ball originates from the player's foot. Let's make some of our own observations about position, force, and motion. Sit very still in your chair. Now close your eyes. Do you feel any force? If you said no, then try to feel the weight of your feet on the ground. Become conscious of the force of your body on the seat of your chair and your arms resting at your side or on your table.
Try that.
You are exerting a force on your chair and on the ground, even as you sit still. The gravitational pull that originates at the center of our planet is pulling you down. The chair and the ground are also exerting a force on you, pushing back. What would happen if your force on the chair becomes greater than the force of the chair on you? You guessed it. Your position will change from in the chair to on the floor. You will be in motion. Thankfully, chairs are engineered so that we don't experience that type of motion. We hope.
Well, hopefully my chair or your chairs don't break underneath you. So, how many pounds of force does a Major League Baseball player's bat exert on a ball? Well, about 6,000 to 8,000 pounds of pressure, pounds of force. Wow, could try to read, but that is a lot. 6,000 to 8,000 pounds of force. Woo-wee. Somebody's swinging a nice, strong, heavy bat there. Motion and speed. How are they measured? The position of an object is where the object is in relation to other objects or points of reference. For example, the mall nearest to your home probably has a street address. It is north of something and south of something else. These directions describe the mall's position. Using reference points like these, you can describe your position of the mall to someone who has never been there. In fact, you can describe the position of any object from a dust particle to a galaxy using points of reference. Motion is a change of position of an object with little force. You can blow dust away with the force of gravity. You can move galaxies. You saw in the video that you can apply a force to an object and change its position. The softball position in the center of the diamond with the pitcher. When the pitcher wants to change the ball's position to set the ball in motion, she applies a force and throws the ball to the direction of the catcher with the throws the direction of the catcher to the ball. The same idea applies to any object, a softball, a speck of dust, or even a planet. The principle is the same. Of course, the size of the force is different. It takes larger force to move a softball than it does to move a speck of dust. Moving a planet takes a very large force. So this actually takes you guys to your quiz today. It's only 3 questions. It's straightforward. I will show you guys kind of what they're asking. They're asking, what is position? Okay. What is motion? And I bet you guessed for the third one, what is force? Remember, you guys get several opportunities to try this. Keep working on it until you get yourself a good score on here. So I actually meant to do our reading first, but I thought to myself, if I do the reading first, I might not be able to get all my lesson done. One other thing that you guys need to do as this is loading up, don't forget to do your mystery science. You have a mystery science mini lesson, and it will look something like this one. You don't have to go to this website. I've already given it to you. So you get a little mini mystery science. Where you find that is if you go into Canvas, right? You go and log in, of course, yes. You log into Canvas. We log into Online Academy 2021. Then we go to discussions. And discussions, you will have it right here. It'll be the one that's due on January 22nd. If I can find that one, where is it at? Where did I put it? Last post, January 22nd, right there. Mini Mystery Science number 15. And this will take, if I click that blue link, this will take it here. And this one is how are video games made? You might have an idea, but now I'm going to show you how they're made. And I can tell you what, there's some big money in making those video games if that's something maybe you're interested in the future. So I would take a look at this and then make those comments and answer these 3 questions in response to this video here. As I said before, I want to try to squeeze in a reading with you guys. I know I only have a few minutes left. See if I can try to make that happen, make that a reality for everyone. Let's go to the one that's called When Dogs Fly. Okay, and loading up as When Dogs Fly. I'll have to read this a little quickly because I only have a few minutes left in this video. I'm limited to 15 minutes of a video, and that's why I do 2 videos. You can see the progress of it opening, and When Dogs Fly. What a cool shot that is right there. I know many of us have dogs, so this will be cool. So, meet Jaeger, the dog. The Druck family dog Jaeger loved to move. He raced around like a rocket. He jumped high like a basketball player making a slam dunk. Jaeger wanted to play all the time. The Drucks wanted to make sure he didn't get bored, so they also had fun with him. They wondered, what can we do? A sport for dogs. The Drucks heard about a group called Dock Dogs. Dock Dogs had sports events for dogs. Drucks knew that Jaeger was strong and fast, so they thought he might be a good at dock jumping. In dock jumping, dogs run down a dock, and then she or he jumps before he can, and then splashing into the water. What a cool shot that is. This is the same exact dog that I have, a yellow lab. The Drucks took Jaeger to a park where the dogs were practicing dock dog events. That's tough to say. Jaeger didn't care if he was the best. They just wanted him to have a good time. But Jaeger surprised everyone. Jaeger ran down a dock, he flew in the air and splashed in the water, and people couldn't believe it. They clapped and shouted. He is crazy good, they said. So the Drucks learned more about dock dogs. They taught Jaeger how to practice for each type of contest. They brought him to the dock dog events. Contest 1, Big Air. There are 3 contests in dock events. The first one Jaeger had to do was Big Air. This contest is like a regular dock jumping, but the dog jumps with the furthest wins. In the contest, the dog sits and waits for the owner to end the dock, throws a tiny toy in the water. Then the dog races down and dock and jumps. The dog has more space to run and can usually jump further. When it was Jaeger's turn, Jaeger sat all where he was supposed to, but then Joe started to walk down the dock with a toy. Jaeger couldn't wait anymore. He started to creep towards Joe. The crowd laughed, and Joe turned around at Jaeger, stopped. This happened a few times. Whenever Joe started, Jaeger would creep. Whenever Joe stopped, Jaeger would stop too. See him creeping? Finally, Joe threw the toy, and Jaeger raced down the dock. He sailed over the water and splashed down many feet to the dock. The Druck family cheered. Jaeger swam back to the dock. He shook the water from his fur, and Joe soaking wet. Joe just laughed. Good job, Jaeger, Joe said. That is cool. Contest 2, Speed Retrieve. Jaeger's next contest was called Speed Retrieve. This one was all about swimming fast. In the contest, a dock at the one end of the pool and the toys at the other end. When the light turns green, the dog jumps, swims to the pool, grabs a toy, and the fastest dog wins. Jaeger waited in line. He barked and pulled on the leash, and Joe laughed. Just a minute, Jaeger. I know you're ready, but it's not your turn yet. Finally, it was Jaeger's turn. He dragged Joe onto the dock. Jaeger leaned forward. His feet danced on the dock, and his ears lay flat on his head. Then the light turned green. Joe shouted, "Go, go, go!" Jaeger jumped and leaped into the pool. The water splashed the crowd. Jaeger swam fast and got the toy in just over 5 seconds. Contest 3, Extreme Vertical. Jaeger was breathing hard, but his eyes were shining. The Drucks could tell he was having a great time. Now Jaeger wanted to get ready for the last contest. This contest was called Extreme Vertical. In this contest, a toy hangs from a pole. It hangs over the water away from the dock. A dog jumps up in the air and grabs the toy. He splashes in the water. Each dog takes a turn. The toys raise higher, and the dogs try again. The toys raise higher until only one dog can reach it. And this is where I'm going to stop and bring you guys to video number 2 to find out how this story ends.